Thanks for agreeing to set up this interview. As you know, we only have a short amount of time, so let's go ahead and get started right away. Now, I know that you've been involved in some work on community issues. Can you tell me what attracted you to the community issue that you chose at the beginning of the semester?
Yeah, so my community issue was heroin overdoses in my hometown of Danville, Pennsylvania. And what attracted me was personal experiences. I know people who have died from heroin overdoses, and it's a terrible thing. Um, just the amount of people who are using heroin in that area, with the amount of towns around us and the easy access to it, something has to be done about it, so that's why I chose it as my community issue.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Now, your materials also said that you were involved in a community issue team project that focused on a call to action. Can you share with me what call to action your team put forward and why you chose that call to action?
Yeah, so our call to action was keeping our programs in schools. And the reason why we chose it was just because of personal experiences. We all enjoy like art programs and stuff. A lot of people do. And the fact that schools are getting rid of it kind of touched us personally. And we decided that we want to keep them. And our solution was to, instead of just cut the program in general, cut a fixed amount from each program. So that means like take 15% from each program, and that will allow for more room in the budget, and you can keep all programs while preventing the art program from being cut.
I see. Now, if I were to ask the other members of your team what they think your biggest strength is, what do you think they would say, and why do you think they would say it?
So in the group project, I was the one who kind of like organized it, and really, I don't know, I got in touch with everyone first initially, and kind of set up the meeting place and everything. So I'd say that they would say my leadership skills would be my strongest quality. But we all contributed equally, and everyone had their own part. So, but yeah, so I think they would say that my leadership skills were are my strongest quality.
Okay, great. What for you was the most challenging thing about working with your team?
So the most challenging thing was not having Oliver there. He was in a car accident on the way to the meeting, so he couldn't be there. So we weren't really able to practice what we were going to do, and we kind of had to get in touch with him after the meeting to let him know what his role was in the speech. So that was the most challenging thing, but we were able to adapt and really adjust to not having Oliver there initially.
Thank you. Okay, last question. In 30 seconds or so, tell me what your biggest takeaway was from Com 110 this semester. What will stick with you and be useful to you?
So my biggest takeaway from Com 110 would probably be having confidence when going up and speaking in front of people. It's like before Com 110, I would get up in front of people and I'd have everything like laid out in my head. But once I got up there, it just disappeared and I didn't know what to say. So I've really improved with that, I feel like, and I'm able to project and actually know what I'm talking about and understand what I'm saying and be able to convey it to the people, to the audience listening to me. So I think that's my biggest takeaway from Com 110 this year.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.
Hey, no
We'll probably
problem.
be in touch with you in the next few weeks or so.
All right, sounds good.
Take care.
You too.